Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigval here and welcome back to our video. So in this one we're going to take a look at some more soul raid fights from everybody's favorite soul raid boy. I just can't wait for this to be over. But the only plus side to this is that currently the stun bug is still active, and in this soul raid some bosses are going to say that they're stun immune, though I haven't seen the hazardous modifier either. But the thing is, you're going to be able to stun any boss in the game still, so League of Anarchy plus Raven will still do the trick. Now we have here Boss Flash, and Boss Flash has been a very interesting boss because he took a long ass time to kill. He would stun you and tag in, he would deal more damage to you while you were stunned, and while he was not the hardest boss, it did take some time. But now we're going to use Raven plus League of Anarchy and try to one-shot his ass. We have a level 10 firebox on Harley and a level 10 Sword of Sin on Raven to basically ensure that he has no power when we tag in, because if randomly Raven doesn't resist the stun tag in and also Harley does not reflect it, though it's a very low chance for that to occur, but if that happens Raven might get killed. And we got him stunned here, and I could have engaged the combo a little bit faster, but I was not really ready to do that because I forgot the firebox teleport passive. But yeah, we're gonna be able to blow this man to bits in seconds here. And I just love to see that. The only good part about it, funny thing is that I'm close to Darkseid on the secondary account, so you might get to one-shot Darkseid with Raven plus League of Anarchy. Though that will need a lot of care because I don't have any gears on Raven on that account. Next up we have Boss Wonder Woman. She's gonna be very annoying because she can deal some decent amounts of damage to you. She's gonna have a crit and lethal resistance, and she's gonna be able to also shield herself from your abilities. Now there's a few ways to bypass super shield, and first step is going to be stunning the enemy. They can't use their super shield slash reflective shield, however you wanna call it, while they're stunned. So that's why you have Emerald Green Lantern, because he's gonna be able to provide us with a chance for stun on basic attack hits on tag-in. That's not going to be a guarantee because it's basically 3 buffs that cycle between, and the other 2 are kind of useless in our current situation. I mean, the power generation is fine, but it's not really required. Also, I messed up on the tag in there and got hit. I thought I could tag in because I didn't remember specifically Mythic Wonder Woman's third special. I thought that if you block the first part, the second part is not gonna go off, but seemingly that's not the case. Also, I don't know what happened here to my Wonder Woman. Like, she'll get back to using special ones after she does super move, but she seems like currently she's holding out for third special in terms of her energy, which kind of sucks for us, because what we need her to do is spam special 1, because another way to bypass the enemy super shields is going to be for them to use a special, because they're gonna have a cooldown of a few seconds, as you do yourself when you do a special after they do one. Clone in there, third special, Nora Snow, Global Camouflage, Sakuman. Though I don't expect that much performance from the clones. That clone got hit there with a special 1, and we're not gonna be able to tag many of these. So considering that we're not going to be able to tag many of these, and the range of that is going to be crazy, I'm just gonna eat out the third special and then get killed. It got blocked, so we did a very little of the total amount of it, but it's better than nothing, which is what we would have most likely gotten. King back in there, gonna tank the super move. Long gets in there and she backs off right when I had a window to use the third special on her. And here I actually messed up. I thought that she needed to be closer to activate that third special, and from this point on I'm just gonna do the third specials with basic Camouflage Sakuman, and after that I just don't care. I just let him die because the damage no longer matters. This sucks, and there's so many bosses in this soul raid that are going to suck for various reasons, but boy, the tier 3 sub bosses are something else in particular. Now, Boss Batman here. So we have the Grodd plus Brainiac setup, and this would have done so much more damage with Beta Club, but I wanted to see how much damage we can do with this setup with Firebox. So we have a level 10 Firebox on Grodd, and how bad the passive stat split and the consequences to it are in this already is just simply absurd. So we have a level 10 Firebox, right? What do you think would deal more damage? A level 10 Firebox on Grodd or a level 2 Puppet of Zatanna plus the passive stats of another level 1 Puppet of Zatanna on your support characters, which is what I used with this team in this is magic soul rates. Keep in mind, if we use that here, we would be losing all the passive stats since they don't split. What do you think does more damage, logically speaking? The firebox, right? Wrong. This is gonna do so much less damage than the firebox for some than the Puppet of Zatanna for some reason. This is just disgustingly bad. And I messed up a bit, and I could have killed this man. I definitely could have killed this man if I didn't mess it up. I messed up the combo interruption, I think, twice. And he did not have that much health left. And also the irony of it is, even though I messed up, we could have still killed him if the last special one that I used actually hit a little. But it didn't hit a little, and that's kind of why we didn't kill him. Plus my mistakes, obviously, which is totally my bad, He's left with 30 million health. Now, Battle on the Drowned here is going to have the Firebox artifact, and we're gonna have Johnster Green Lantern in there as well. And the problem is, this is a Battle on the Drowned. We moved on to the secondary count fight, so this is a Battle on the Drowned with only one gear. She will not hang the super move for a fact, so we need to keep Johnster Green Lantern alive until he's actually able to tank the super move himself and die in the process, and then we have Battle on the Drowned, who's gonna try to deal damage for the rest of this fight, hopefully. So he's close to super move, and over here I do a huge mistake and I panic. I try to let him do a special on Battle on the Drowned, because I was just thinking that we would not get tagged in at the right moment, but we actually got tagged in perfectly, and I couldn't buy time for Johnster Green Lantern to stay alive, and they can then get tagged in again, have another chance to tank the super move. So now we have Battle on the Drowned and super move on Manta, so this is not gonna end well for anybody involved. We're gonna get to see how much dot damage we actually deal, because we actually entered that, and we deal 1k damage. That's or 2.8k on crit values. It's not great, but would have been something if we managed to actually stay alive for the entirety of the fights, and that would not have been a problem if I didn't mess up there and I didn't badly anticipate the tagging timers. Now, Batman Ninja team, what would you think would do more damage? A level 8 Firebox Batman Ninja Catwoman, or a Batman Ninja Catwoman with a level 2 Puppet of Zatanna and a level 1 Puppet of Zatanna on the supporting characters? A level 8 Firebox, because it gives you so much attack, right? Wrong! The Puppet of Zatanna does so much more damage than the Firebox was able to pull for me. It does double the damage. I mean, not in the soul rate, because again, you don't get the passive stats from anywhere if you do that. So you're just gonna have your base stats plus whatever attack you get from the Puppet of Zatanna. But in Zatanna soul rate, level 2 Puppet of Zatanna actually was doing more damage for me than the Firebox at level 8 on this account is, if I'm not wrong. I think it's level 8 is doing for me, and yet again, this is simply disgusting. It is at the same time just disrespect for the investment of resources. Like, I got this Firebox all the way to level. That was not easy, and this was done mostly free to play on this account because I didn't buy any Apokolips artifacts, so I really don't feel rewarded for my progress. I do have some other artifacts that I could have benefited from if passive stats were a thing, but they're just not a thing. Or I could have just put the Firebox on a secondary character and get the passive stats, but I'm unable to do that. I'm stuck with this slightly above average artifact, and it's slightly above average not for damage but for the utility, and we're forced to use it for damage. And for the last fight, we're gonna have the Just League team here. And this team would benefit so much from the Firebox, because Firebox gives you more damage on swipe attacks, right? And Flash loves swipe attacks. Flash by default deals more damage on swipe attacks, so what do you think would deal more damage? Flash in a random soul rate with a level 4 Dark Metal cards in the equivalent of passive stats of a level 2 soul rate artifacts, the one that's the free one, so the highest amount of passive stats for a level 2 artifact, or just take Flash with a level 8 Firebox in the soul rate. Flash with a level 8 Firebox in the soul rate, right? Wrong! This is actually gonna be far less damage than we were getting out of a level 4 Dark Metal cards with so less passive stats in total. So this overall sucks. And somebody in the comments of the last video asked why they can't use Dark Metal cards. You can use Dark Metal cards, but you're gonna get eventually diminishing returns out of using the Firebox. because you don't get the split of passive stats. But it seems like the Puppet of Zatanna for the Batmanja team might just do as good as level 10 Firebox though. That needs to be tested out. I might test it out myself and see how that goes with a raw Puppet of Zatanna with no passive stats. But yeah, all that being said, thanks so much for watching. Dawn of Apokolips sucks and I hate it. Let me know in the comments how it's going, how you're feeling. I got a lot of comments on the previous video of people struggling in various points. So yeah, check out my previous video guides, and yeah, goodbye.
This is the future.